And why, for once, can't the American people actually get who they want?
I agree with that too.
Shouldn't that be democracy for once? When they talk about our democracy, which is all BS because we know we don't, but in that way that they use it as democratic voting, we want who we want.
That's right.
That's why we live and die and send our kids to fight.
Yeah.
Because we want our votes to put in the people we trust and believe. And he's a truth teller. He's never lied to us.
No.
He's the only one that hasn't lied to us.
No.
So, and we see what they're doing to him because he is a truth teller. And we see what they do to you because you're a truth teller, and me too.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think in the big court of public opinion, we've all won.
I think so. And you know what else, Roseanne? Think about this. Like, I always think about, like, so when my life's over and I get to go talk with God about, okay, what went on? Let's do a recap.
What was that?
Yeah. I'm like, do I want to go to heaven and I look all shiny and perfect and I never did anything wild. I never challenged anyone. I never had an argument. I never pushed back. I never did like anything. I was just, some woman who lived her perfect little American life. I mean, how boring would that be?
Very.
It's like, I always think about, when I get to have that conversation with God one day, my gosh, I'm going to walk into heaven. I'm going to be covered in scars and I'm going to look like I've been beat to hell and back and have an incredible story. And you're going to have, my goodness, what an incredible story you have. But I'm like, what's more fun than this?
Nothing's more fun. And like you said, to show the children, I have like 10 grandkids. So I'm like, I have to show them, like, no, you just don't roll over and take it. You've got to fight back. And you cannot let them win because they'll win for a long time.
That's right.
And here we are. We're at a perfectly poised time. And I really think that the women are finally going to get it. And the women, the young mothers and grandmas. And, of course, if the men can, be part of that and want to be part, we welcome them. But we're going to figure it out because we know how to do everything because we do everything.
Yeah. We do. We do a lot.
Yeah.
And I welcome the men to come on and help us out at any time. We need strong men, and I think many of them... We
need strong men that listen to women. That's the big difference, ain't it?
It is.
The older I get, the more I see how that's just why they always lose, because they don't listen to the older women who know what in the hell's going on and raised them anyway.
I agree.
Right?
Right. Good mothers.
Be enough of a man to listen to your mother and your grandmother. That's how you get smart.
That's right. It's also biblical.
It is very biblical.
Yes, you gotta obey your mother, and mothers need to be good mothers. I think that's another thing. There's a lot of moms that are distracted in the wrong stuff.
Oh my God, I go off on that like I have in my act.
They think their kids are like an accessory, like a handbag, and not, my God, what a blessing it is.
I say in my act, why has it fallen to me to have to be the one to smack your kids for you in the grocery store? They're on their phone ignoring their kids.
They do. And then they hand their child some kind of device and there's no communication there. And,
just TikTok.
Or some little iPad or something. Yeah. And I'm sure you were this way. I mean, when I was raising my kids, we didn't have any of that stuff. So you're talking to them the whole time and correcting them or teaching them something or just, having that social interaction.
Communication and awareness of each other. Yeah. Being in the...
That's how you
connected.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is true, because think about that awareness. You brought up something so important. When you take your children out in public, they don't need to be looking distracted with a toy or a device. They need to be learning about the strangers around them,
right,
and understanding body language and understanding that you don't act like that, or don't be like this person, or you do want to be like this person. Look at them. They're doing great. Right. I mean, that's all the stuff that's missing.
Yeah, it is. It's being not present.
Not present.
Yeah, being taken off of your, whatever it is, your reality, being used and abused and lied to.
And that's how you get lied to.
Yeah.
If you don't grow up knowing and being able to recognize the truth when you see it and hear it. That's why we have a generation right now that are totally being lied to and are just falling for the lies.
And they get really, really upset when you say, no, it ain't like that.
Right.
They don't
Oh my
question
gosh,
either.
they go nuts.
They don't question authority at all.
At all.
They love authority. This younger generation, which is shocking. No kid 18 to 24 is in love with authority as far as I've ever known in any
Except for
civilization.
right
But
now.
now they're like,
Now
yeah,
they
give
are.
me the jab, whatever.
That is interesting.
It is. That's scary.
Because they
I
didn't.
think that's
and I
because
don't think,
they're afraid.
Well, look at us. I mean, I don't know how everyone's age, but we're all north of 30, 40. Like, we question authority. When we hear stuff, we're like, that's probably bullshit.
Yeah,
That's how we were raised.
Mhm.
totally.
That generation don't even, they're like, well, I trust the experts.
But they grew up. They grow up being totally sheltered with their
Right.
helicopter moms.
Yeah,
They
that's
can't
what it
go
was.
outside. They can't
Right.
do anything. That's
Yeah.
why
They're
they're
never
afraid.
told no.
They're never told no.
told no. And they never connect anything they do to having an effect.
A consequence, effect. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't. That's true.
There's no like cause and effect. Oh, I did this, so this was going to happen. It's like, I did this, so I'm going to get away with it. I did this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
But you know
Democrats.
another thing though, it's like we can talk about them, but it's not their fault.
Mm-mm.
No.
It's
not
they're a
their fault.
victim of these parents that didn't do it right.
That's
Yeah,
true.
they are
And that's like the
victims.
real tragedy, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you hear so many people criticize younger generations and say bad things about them, but I almost would rather criticize other moms and dads my age
That's what I do.
and go, what the hell have you done to your kids?
I say that too. They didn't
Mhm.
even pay attention to it.
Mm-mm.
They just were like, oh, well, they get him a pair of shoes every few months, you know, to have him take out the garbage.
Right. Or they gave them too much
Yeah.
and didn't parent them.
They're
And now
rotten.
we've got these mothers who think, you know, well, you've got to have a straight kid, you got to have a gay kid,
Oh, my God.
you got to
I
have a
know.
bi kid, and you got to have a trans kid,
Yeah.
or
That's all
a couple of
Hollywood.
trans. Yeah,
That's all Hollywood's like that.
that's evil.
Grooming.
It's straight. It is grooming.
Yeah.
And Leslie Stahl nearly fell over when I told her.
Oh,
that
I loved that when you said that.
she couldn't believe I said that. I'm
I
like,
know.
Democrats are the party of pedophiles,
They
and she
are.
was like, "What? How dare you?"
But
Yeah.
it's
Like,
true.
it's true.
It is 100% true.
Yeah, straight up
I agree.
pedophilia.
Totally. I loved that you said that. And I loved her fumfering face. The way she was like,
Right.
you know.
All right. Well, we got to wrap up. Can I ask you two questions?
Sure.
One about your book.
Yes.
Plug it again, and then I haven't read the book yet, but it's part of it is about you leaving the private sector to get into government, right? That's a big part of it.
Yeah, I give some of my background. And
I think that's fascinating. Why? Can you tell me real quick why you did that?
I was one of those naive people that believed, you know, you get elected and go to Washington, you can actually make
Change things.
changes. I also believed with all my heart that President Trump was going to be in the White House. And I wanted to
Yeah.
be in Congress
Right.
and make his agenda happen.
Yeah.
And I was pissed off at Paul Ryan and all these other sorry Republicans that did not pass his agenda.
Yeah.
And I was like, we just need people in there to make it happen. And then they stole our election and then, oh gosh, the rest has been history. So I write a lot about that in my book, and people can get a copy at mtgbook.com. It's a great read. It's a good holiday gift.
Yeah,
and
that's a great holiday gift.
yeah,
We'll put
yeah.
I'm going to buy
Snippets, too.
several for my liberal family members.
Oh yeah, and the back
Some of
is
the
they'll
socks.
love the back. So I quoted Joe Biden. He said, "Isn't she amazing?" Hillary Clinton says this woman should be on a watch list. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she must be expelled. So I just, you know, I put what they said about me on the back, and I was
great.
like, you know, it's for everybody. It's for everybody.
Now, to wrap up the one thing, so you agree with me that they did everything they did to us to steal the election, and then they did January 6th to codify their steal.
Set up.
I think we
Yeah.
all agree.
Set up.
Okay.
Complete setup.
Are we going to impeach Joe Biden? That's my last question.
We don't have Republicans in there that will impeach him. I'll
They
be
won't.
very honest with you. I've been trying to impeach this man since.
Yeah, you have.
And
yeah.
Mayorkas, I know you have too, but
Yep. I've done Biden, Mayorkas, Christopher Wray, Merrick Garland, and Matthew Graves, the guy that's persecuting those January 6th defendants. That guy is awful.
Yeah.
And no, we got our impeachment inquiry. But we have a bunch of feckless Republicans that are like, oh no, that impeachment would probably be too far. Crazy
Oh my
Marjorie.
God.
Crazy Marjorie. Why would she think we can impeach
They don't
Joe Biden?
care about our country at all, do they?
They don't have any courage.
Oh, we need more of you in there.
Send them, please.
Sometimes I go, damn it, I'm going to do it.
Roseanne.
But I can't. If I was
would
in
love
there,
you.
if I
would
did,
love
I
you.
wouldn't even. Me and you, we'd take over. We'd
We
be the
would.
real squad.
You know what would be great if you came in there and it was you and I? Probably a bunch of these sorry men would all retire because they couldn't take us, and
That'd
then
be
we
cool.
could replace them all.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what needs to happen. Replace them all with more women like us.
Yeah.
Go, I'm not afraid. I'll fight. You're stupid.
God, I would love.
That'd be great.
I'd love.
And
this
I want
ticket
back
for
all
the
the money
for the White
we
Oh
House.
stole.
yeah, that's
2028, the two of you.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
my
I'm going to
gosh.
say like this. The first thing I do if I come in there, here's the first thing me and you will do.
all right.
We want back all the money this Congress stole from the people.
I'm down with that.
All right.
Yeah, we'll do it because they just print it out of the Treasury. So why can't we print it and give it back to the people?
I love it.
Right?
Yeah.
I
All right. Say
love
thank
it.
you.
I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Go get her book and
Yeah.
send it to all your
Thank you.
liberal family members for a
Oh,
lovely
yes, definitely.
Christmas gift, as well as your conservative thinking family.
It's something. It's got something for everyone.
That's right.
All right. Thank you,
Thank you.
Marjorie.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, you see.